Good morning, Flosstube. My name is Laura, and I'd like to welcome you to Stitching by the Shore, my channel about cross stitch, and every once in a while something else crafty. Although lately it's all been cross stitch. And that's today too. We've got lots and lots of cross stitch. I did want to say welcome if you are new. Thank you so much for pressing play and giving me a try. I hope you like what you see. You'll hit subscribe, come back, comment. Please do all the things. I love it. And if you're a returner, thank you so much. I really, really appreciate it, and it just means the world to me. So thank you so much. We are going with a little bit of a shiny forehead today. It is dark and dreary, and when I tried to do it without the lights right above me, it was really kind of a dark cave. So we're just gonna be a little shiny today. It's all right. But let's get going with stitching because I have a lot. My needle touched a lot of projects this week. So, and I think I did decent progress. Yeah, and no finishes, but I am very close to at least one. I'm not gonna promise more than that, but I am going to say that next week I should have a finish. The first one, let's do the non-Christmas, because you know I'm doing Christmas in July. I'm not sure after this week's start there'll be more Christmas starts, or I'm gonna start turning my eye a little bit more towards some summery stuff, just because I feel the need to do some more summery stuff. But the first one that is not Christmassy is from the I'll Be Home series from Twin Peak Primitives. And I have the digital copy, so I'm gonna show you the version on the computer. So that's the August Cottage that I'm doing. I'm doing it as part of a sal with Just Keep Stitching. Pam is stitching them all in one big piece, and she just finished January. It looks gorgeous. There are people doing it as one big piece, people doing all of them separately, and it's neat because everybody started with different months, so you get to see what they're looking like. So a lot of people have just finished July, so that's kind of neat, and October is really a cool house. So that's fun to see. There is a Facebook group. Oh my goodness. I can't talk this morning. I think it's just the dreariness. That I will link down below so that if you're interested in joining, even if you're not stitching them, you just have a couple questions to ask, and you can come check out all of the progress. Let's show you now. I've talked about it enough. This is done on 18 count Friendship Green by Fabrics by Stephanie. So it's a very light green. As I get closer, it kind of washes it out. But there you go. So I had a little bit to finish on this side of the house, and then I really tackled this middle area this week. And this was tough. I got more done than I thought I would, because there's a page break here in the pattern, and obviously there's a lot of different fiddly things there. So that took me a little bit longer than I thought it would. But I almost got the middle part of the house done. So then I have this side, I have to finish all of the flower and the greenery. And then there's a couple, I think it's, squirrels, a couple squirrels. And then the word August. Now the word August in the pattern is done on white. And the white looks fine when it's flanked by other colors. But I found when I started doing white, I had done it up here. It kind of faded in a little bit. So I don't think I'm going to put the month in white, but I don't know what color yet. I don't know if I would do the house color or one of the floral colors, maybe like one of the lightest ones. I don't know yet. We'll have to see what I think looks good. So that's where we are. It's a lot of fun. It's my first Twin Peak primitive. Probably won't be my last. I have to show you. I did put it on the computer. Did you see their Santa for 2020 that they put out? I have not bought it yet, but isn't that adorable? I really, really like that. So I just can't decide if I want to do a digital pattern again or if I want to try to get a physical pattern. But this is not going to be my last Twin Peak. I really, really enjoy their patterns, and I'm having fun stitching this one. So if you haven't tried them yet, they have an Etsy shop and a regular shop that do PDFs. And then there are lots of places you can get hard copies of their different patterns. But I was on their website, the main website, the other day, and they have a lot of patterns and a lot of really cute ones. So if you're looking for some time, I'll link them down below so that you get a chance. I'll link their shop, their main shop, not the Etsy, because I don't know if everything's on the Etsy. I'll link their main shop with all their PDFs. So if you want to just do a quick browse, or maybe a little bit longer browse, because they have a lot of stuff. But that's my non-Christmas. Now we're going into Christmassy stuff. If you don't want to see Christmas, either fast forward or, thanks for stopping by, because I have a lot of Christmas. The first one is from Cottage Needleworks, the December Cottage. I'm doing all 12 of these for my mom, and because it's July, I decided to jump ahead to December. I am doing that on the back side of Vintage Country Mocha, 18 count. I forgot to say it before, everything you'll see is 18 count. I love using that count. So that's the one I just gravitate to. So this is the back side. So the Vintage Country Mocha, is more, there's a little bit of shading and variations. I'm trying not to show you my back. Not that the back is that bad. You know what? Here's the back. Where is it? Yeah, that's the back. So you can see it's a little bit, color-wise, a little bit shaded and coffee, then mocha. And this is the front. So this one is a little bit more, it's not really mushroom, but I'm calling it mushroom. And that's what we have so far. I kind of stalled on this week. I thought I would get farther. I thought I'd get more of the house done, but I worked on this after my video Friday, and then I think on some of Saturday. No, I don't even know if I gave some time on Saturday. But sometimes it's funny. On Fridays, I tape in the morning instead of doing some stitching, but then usually I try to give myself a little bit of stitching in the afternoon. And Friday afternoons, for whatever reason, just don't seem to work very well. So this one didn't get much time. Maybe I'll give it a different day this week so I can get a little bit farther with the progress. So that's that one. This next one, I'm saying it now. I'm stating it now so you can hold me to it. This will be a finish next week. This one's Lizzie Kate. I've been good. I'm doing the bigger piece. Now that's relative. It's not huge. This one would take probably a day or two, because if I look at this one and consider that the big piece, this one's tiny. This is done on it was white Aida. I coffee tea dyed it myself. And that's where we are. So I'm done with the words. So I have to finish the candy cane, and then I have a tree and some presents. There is, if you'll notice at the very bottom, there is a very small like dotted white border. I'm not doing that. I don't have any plans to do that. So this one, I am so excited. Maybe I'll work on this today, because then I'll have incentive to try to give it a finish. But this one will be a finish next week, I promise. Now, fully finished, I still haven't gone out shopping, so that not so much. Next, I'm telling you, I did a lot this week. Jolly Saint Nick and Rudolph from Stitching with the Housewives. Now, I will warn you, it's cute. This is a cute pattern. This, and I think I mentioned this last week, is fiddly with the different colors and changes, and it's adorable. But get ready for a lot of fiddliness. I didn't really carry over anything, so I was stopping and starting a lot. This is done, I went bold. This is done on April Showers by BeStitchMe. So there it is from a distance. Close up, that's what we have. So I am almost ready to start. I might next week give Santa a start, because I think I need a little bit of a break from the back and forth. He's got nice big chunks of color to him, so I think that'll be a lot of fun. I also want to try, I have not done any of the DMC version is 3865, the white on this yet. I've been looking at this color April Showers by BeStitchMe, and I love it. Would this be, a couple weeks ago I showed you the Brooks Books ornaments, and I'm wondering how cute they might look. I did a quick look of them, and there was nothing that was kind of this blue color. There's a lot of white, so I don't want to do it on a white fabric necessarily. I guess I could always do a lot of backstitching. I don't know if there's backstitching on it, but this color I thought was really cute. And she does have this as an opal, so I could get the shiny in this. I thought that might be really cute because they're, you know, they're cute, and I think they deserve a little sparkle. They have that little sparkle to them. So that's a thought. If any of you have stitched them, have you done them in blue or a shade of blue or anything like that? I would love your feedback. But that's this one so far. I do like it. I did have to, I said I need to do this tree. I needed to stop fiddling with changing of colors. So I think once I do Santa a little bit, then I'll be okay. I'll get my second wind and I'll finish off all the lights and the greenery. And I would say this definitely by the end of the month, I should have a finish on this one. So I'm excited about that. Get a couple of these starts finished. They won't all be done for the end of the month, but they'll be there. They'll be getting there. The next and last of my whips is the big one, Christmas list from Silver Creek. where am I? I am working down right about here. Peace, and the next word is goodwill, but I haven't gotten there yet. So this is done on, it's an unnamed BeStitchMe. I won this in a Friday night fight night, and it had no name on it. It looks very similar to her sea glass on the website, but I don't 100% know. All right, so let's go back first. That's where we are. And then I worked on this week, I worked on Santa, and then peace and the, oops, there goes my needle. The other word, and then the picture right here. This will say peppermint, I think it's stick underneath. So this is a page break, pretty much. I mean, part of this wording is on the page I'm on, but then it changes. So I decided I would do all the way across, and then I can fiddle with the back and forth on the page breaks. I did change out Santa's face. I noticed that faces are very pinky on a lot of patterns. So I think it was I don't know if it was 738. And I ended up a little bit by his nose. The pink in his nose was the pink that they had called for his face, and then his nose was very pink. So I changed it up a little bit. So that's what Santa looks like instead. Other than that, the rest of it here is all of the calls for colors. Although I'm a little worried, I may run out of this blue and this brown because I still have a whole section to do. Let me put this needle in before I forget, because then I'll be looking for the needle. I have a lot of those words left to do, and I'm a little worried as I'm looking at what I have left in my skeins. So I did this yesterday, 2 days ago. I did a quick Fire Poppies order, and I think both of those were available. I'm not 100% sure. There are a few that were not. $37.99 I think is going to be a problem finding, because I always need that for everything. But I placed that order in the morning, and by the afternoon I had your order's been shipped notice. I really love Fire Poppies. But yeah, so that's where we are with that. And that way hopefully I'll get the colors to continue, and I'll be able to, because that would be a heartbreak if I run out of those colors. And those are the whips. All my whips, 5 whips. I did have one new start yesterday afternoon. I said, you know what? I want to give this one a start. So I did. This is my very first Prairie Schooler Santa. So I had grabbed the 2020 Santa. He's so cute. And I'm stitching this on. I grabbed a piece of, picture this plus, what's it say here? Jade. So it's Jade. It's a beautiful green. I'm really, really enjoying it. And that's all I have so far. Not a lot. Now I am going to change his face. The DMC that they called for, it's not only is it pink, it's almost a purple tone, or at least the one I have. So I I may do it the same shading that I did my Christmas list Santa on. I haven't decided yet. I'll put the stitches in, and then I will see if I like it, how it looks. I don't know if I'm going to do the border around him or the North Wind words. We'll see. I'm just concerned with the border. If I go to try to finish it as an ornament, that I'll be able to keep the border looking straight all the way without getting wonky if I start to pull it. So that's my one concern. If you finish them, is that something I need to worry about? Or do I not worry about that? I think we'll see. I'll stitch it all without any border, and I'll see what it looks like. And if it absolutely looks like it needs it, I will use it. But I love this green. It is beautiful. You could use this for so many things. Now, you know, a picture of this plus is probably one of my, I hate to call it least favorite, but it's not one I pull as much, which is kind of ironic when I show you what I bought, but they do have some great colors. And this one I'm finding I'm able to, there's an extra material and I didn't cut it, so I'm able to roll up and it gives me a little bit more stability because I stitch in hand, so this is very floppy for me. But I love the color. I mean, look at that. Look at how beautiful that is. So it's worth it. I'm willing to give it a try and just keep working at it by stitching in hand with it because I just love the color so much. And that's my stitching. That is all my stitching. Plans, I'm not planning. Those were my Christmas starts. So if I start anything else Christmassy, it'll just be a spur of the moment. Brooks Books, I want to try to get that fabric, so that won't be a Christmas in July type of thing. I don't even know if it, maybe I'll have it, try to get a couple for Christmas, just to try to stick a couple on the tree, but I'm not going to worry and kill myself to try to get all of them done before Christmas. But I would like to get some of that April showers and see what it would look like, because I think that might look really, really cute on that. Other than that, plans-wise, I want to finish, what am I finishing? Dear Santa. And then I don't know what would be the next finish, whether it would be, oh, this guy won't take me that long. And then Jolly St. Nick and December Cottage are all definitely doable for this year. Well, I hope for this year. That would be, they'd be put in a pile and forgotten about if they're not done by this year, this month. Even the I'll Be Home August. Once I get the house done, then there's really not that much else to do. I just have to decide on the color of the wording. But I suppose even that could get put aside if I absolutely had to. I don't know how I'm finishing those yet. So it's not like I've got to get every piece of that finished so that I can do whatever finishing I was thinking about. So I'm winging it now. I'm working on the whips and trying to get some finishes. And if I do any more starts, Christmas, if something jumps out at me, I have liked the first couple of ornaments from Priscilla and Chelsea that they've put out for this month. But I also am feeling the call to start something more summery. I got a lot of Christmas here. And it's summer still. And I still want to do something summery. So that could be something that I start. We'll see. I'm not sure. I'm up in the air. Completely just flying by the seat of my pants for the rest of the month. That's the stitching. I got a couple pieces of Happy Mail, and you guys, I love it. I love it. Sometimes we've been getting no mail at all. The mail person just flies right by. Or if we do, it's nothing interesting. So I love, love, love getting mail. And they were just a couple of thank you cards from people who have won. So Kim, this is from Kim. And I love this. I am not patient enough to make a stamped card like this. I love the colors. And it can be done. But I'm not patient enough. I don't even know if I'm talented enough, but I would give it a try. You have a lot of stamps that you can kind of watercolor-ish. I have used watercolor paper with stamping. I don't always love the results when I do it, but it's gorgeous. And it kind of reminds me a little bit of Ireland with the house just in all the green. Although there probably wouldn't be as much red and there'd be more stone walls. But it's cute. So thank you so much, Kim. That really meant a lot. And Bonnie, I love this Bonnie. This is hilarious. Isn't that great? I love that. You were right. I would appreciate it. And what's funny is when I got this, it made me think I have a stamp. She's got a hat on. It's kind of, I don't want to say Victorian. I have to try to find the stamp. But then it's more just straight lined piece of art. And then you have the eyes and the face. So it's very similar, but with a hat with it. And I've made cards with it ages and ages ago. So you've made me want to try to find the stamp because I have stamps everywhere. But you've made me want to try to find the stamp and give it a go and stamp one up. So if I do, I will show you guys. But first I have to find the stamp. I'm not really sure where it is. But thank you so much for the mail. That really meant a lot to me. I loved it. I'm like, oh, that's for me. Because this next week is my husband's birthday. So I was like, oh, the cards are going to be for him. I was like, nope, it's for me. It's mine. So thank you. It's the little things at this point that I just really treasure. Shopping. I have a little bit of shopping. Not a ton of shopping. So I stitch in hand, so I'm always like, I don't know if I really need needle minders, and I haven't really gotten any. But the one thing I found was, you know, when I put the needle down, sometimes I have a hard time, depending on how long my nails happen to be at any given time, picking it back up again because it kind of moves around and gets stuck on whatever I put the needle on. So I said, you know what? I might try a couple needle minders because I can put them right next to me, plop the needle on, and then it's just easy to grab it. And I am really enjoying it so far. So I ordered these from Mad from Minders. And the first one is Nancy Drew. I loved Nancy Drew growing up. I don't know about you guys. This one's The Secret of the Old Clock. I remember that cover vividly. I loved reading all of the Nancy Drews. To this day, I love mysteries. I read more like the cozy mystery. But I love them. I really, really enjoy mysteries. And I don't know, maybe it was Nancy Drew that started it all those years ago. The other one I got in honor of Christmas. Oh, and I meant to bring it. So I started last December a Christmas gnome, and it's confetti heavy. And this was back when I was, you know, it was probably before Christmas. It was probably October, November. And I hadn't really gotten a ton back into cross stitch enough to be okay with such a confetti heavy piece. So it's been put in timeout for the last 8 or 9 months. Maybe towards Christmas I'll pull it out again. But look at him and try to see if it'll focus on him rather than me. He's adorable. And the one I'm doing is, it's kind of a red plaidish. So this one reminded me of him. So I pulled him out, and I'll use him for my Christmas pieces as well. So those are the 2 needle minders that I picked up. I really like them, and they're so cute, and I can see why they would be easy to collect and want to collect because they're such fun ones. I had a hard time picking the couple that I did. You could pick a lot because there were a lot of cute ones on Mad for Minders. I'll put her link down below in the Etsy shop, and she was great. I had ordered sometime around 4th of July, and when the shipment was supposed to go out, she had great communication. She apologized. She was very sorry that it wouldn't go out in the day, but it would go out, blah, blah, blah. And that's all you need. I mean, I have an Etsy shop. I know that there are times when things are just not going to get out when you think they're going to, especially right now, if you can't make it to post office or something. And all you need is a little bit of communication, and it's amazing. And she was great. She really was. So I would definitely go back and look at her again because, you know, they might be fun to collect now. Like I need another thing to buy from Cross Stitch. I haven't started with the project bags yet. You know, I'm holding off on that one because they're so beautiful. And once I start, I have a feeling I'll go down that rabbit hole. So other than that, all I have is a 1, 2, 3 stitch order. They had, I love how they have, you know, if something's out of stock, you can get your email. You can email or ask them to email you when it comes back in. And I had done that because I wanted to pick up some more Anchor Black. Lisa from Cross by Floss, Lisa. See, look at every time I say a name, then I second guess myself. Well, she uses Black Anchor and she got me using it, and I like it a lot. So they don't always have it at 123 Stitch. So when I got the email, I placed an order right away. Oh, and remember last Friday I was talking about the little Santa Mill Hill with the little doggy? By the time after the video I went to place an order for it, it was out of stock again. So that one has most definitely got my email. And when I get the email saying it's back in stock, I'm ordering it immediately. So I can have a little doggy, shamrock doggy with Santa on the tree. But I ordered just a couple of things. Not a lot, I have to say. I wanted, I said, well, I'm ordering this Anchor floss. Let's buy a few other things. So I bought a couple small pieces of Picture This Plus just because I like to see the colors. Because again, you know me in Picture This Plus, but their colors are fantastic. So this one is called Da Vinci, and it is small. I only got, what is this, an 8x12. But how fun is that? I thought that was really cool. I mean, purple is the main tone, but then there are other shades in there. No idea what I'm using this for. It's just more of a, let's have a color in our stack to see what we can use for. I got that one. And this one is just a complete neutral. It's fog. So, I mean, it's the lightest, sort of, I don't even know if I call it gray. It is more of a light tone. So that's the two pieces of fabric that I decided to give a try. And then I ordered, oh, I didn't take this out of the plastic. I always take things out of the plastic because I'll have a complete and utter shininess. So I'm going to do that right now. I wasn't thinking this morning. I ordered, so this one just came out and I loved it. Hands on Design, Let's Talk Autumn. Love it, love it, love it. I do like pumpkins and autumn motifs and leaves and those colors and the cute little things at the bottom there. So those as well are adorable. How they pulled that stuff. So that is, I don't know, would I do it on black? I'm not sure. I'd have to see with colors. I don't mind stitching on black, but I also don't mind shaking it up a little bit either. And seeing what would look good on other things. And then the other thing, I have no idea when I would plan on starting this, but it was so pretty. It's a Nora Corbett. I got a Nora Corbett. It's called Bells of Ireland. I actually had Bells of Ireland in my wedding bouquet. So that's what made me think of it. So it's a nice reminder of my bouquet many, many years ago. What will be? It's 2020, so it'll be 21 years this year, this September. That's when we got married. So maybe, well, I have to figure out fabric and stuff. That'd be kind of cute for a September start, just in honor of my anniversary. But I've never done a Nora Corbett. I've never done beads. I've never done all this stuff. So this could be an adventure. But I thought it was pretty and cute, and I said, you know what? I'm going to give it a try. So that's what I bought. And that's it. That's all I bought. I do have a fabric of the month coming from BeStitchMe. Probably come today because I seem to always get things in the mail Fridays. And then my Friday night fight, I won. So I won a piece of sea glass in last week's Friday night fight night. I don't think there's none tonight. So that's good. My pocketbook will be happy. But I won a sea glass, and I'm really, really interested to see if it is the same as this. And if it is, I'll be able to finally tell you what color this is. If not, then this is just a one-off type of thing. And if you're curious, I have the two greens. This is the one from BeStitchMe, and this is the one, the Jade. So you have a couple different shades of green depending on what you're looking for. I love green. Love green. And I really like these shades. Yes, I'm using them for Christmas at the moment, but I think they would be really good in a bunch of other things too. So I'm looking forward to trying them on others. All right, that's it for stitching. So I will put mad reminders, and I need to link 123 Stitch, but I'll link it because I did buy from them this week. For me, you know how your computer has sites that you visit often? 1, 2, 3 stitches, one of them. So I no longer even have to tape it into the bar. I just have to click the link and it shows right up. Giveaways, I do want to reach out. Sherry, I wrote your name a little bit bigger this time. Sherry, you won last week's giveaway, the PDF from, I don't know if that's, you know what, let's put it in front of this. You won the Luminous Fiber Arts PDF. So I'm going to give you one more week because I know it's tough sometimes to see all the different floss tubes, and I know a lot of people talk about being behind. So that would be a 2-week. So I'll give you one more week. You can either, and maybe if you contacted me, please do it again because I checked my spam, I checked my email, and I checked my Instagram, and I have nothing. So if you sent something, I'm sorry, I haven't reached out. It just never came through. So please either Gmail, which is down below, or feel free to instant message me or DM me. It's DM, right? On Instagram. I don't know what these things are called. And then once I have your information, I will send that on to Misty and she will send you the chart. If I will give until next Friday morning when I tape. I'll look at 8 o'clock on Friday morning is usually when I give the last check of my emails. If I haven't heard from Sherry, I will pick again from the names I had already. But I do have a little something for this week. So when I was at Mad for Minders, since it is Christmas in July for me, I picked this extra one up that I thought I would give to you guys, or to one of you. So this is it. It's a cute little Christmas scene with a little truck and a barn and a Christmas tree. So my question to you, because you know everything's going to revolve around the house we're building. What is the color of your bedroom walls? We decided, and I meant to bring, we painted pieces of wood. They're 2x2s, I think, different colors, because we have up to 5 colors within this swatch book that we can use as part of painting. So when the house is ready, so we said, well, that saves us from having to paint later on. So we went with a yellow for our bedroom, which I've not had before, but I'm excited. It's cheerful, and I meant to, I'll bring, if I remember, I'll bring it next week when I pick for a winner. But what is your bedroom color wall? That is the question that I will be pulling the names from. And when I mean pulling the names from, I mean writing them down on a piece of paper and then picking them, because I'm very low tech. You know me. But that is what I will give away in honor of Christmas in July. And that's about it. We what's happened this week? Not a lot. I think, yeah, that's about it. We really didn't go much of anywhere. Yeah. Our backyard. We got some bird seed so that we can fill the bird feeder and I can watch all the pretty birds. There's a few that really fight for that bird seed, I'll tell you. But I love looking at, we have a lot of cardinals, and so I love looking at them. So those are pretty. And we have bunnies in the backyard. So they romp around, and then the chipmunks just sit at the bottom of the bird feeder. And there are some birds, I swear they throw more off than they actually eat. So the chipmunk has it made, because all he does is sit there, and he literally has food falling from the sky for him. So it's really kind of funny. But yeah, that's our big entertainment right now. Not a lot else going on. We haven't heard more from schools yet. I did order a bunch of masks because both kids, if they are back in person, will be required to wear masks. And I bought a couple cute ones for myself. I'm going with the whole, I'm gonna wear a mask, I'm gonna have some cute designs. So there's one that I'm really excited. I hope it's as cute as it looked like in person. So when it comes in, I'll show you. But I'm just rolling with it, you know? Why not have a little bit of fun while we're at it? But that's it. That's yeah, I'm grocery shopping is the extent of our trips at the time. Yeah, walking around the neighborhood with the dog, and that's it. So I'm gonna stop rambling so you guys can watch some more Flosstubers. Thank you so much, my stitchy friends, for sticking with me and watching and all the good stuff. I hope you get lots of stitching stuff done this week. Stay cool as the weather gets hot. I know we're getting hot again this weekend. I don't know what it's gonna be like the rest of the country, but drink plenty of water, stay cool, be safe, take care, and until next time, happy stitching.